Hi everyone, welcome to today's 30-minute flow. We're going to start off in Sukhasana, easy pose, sitting in a comfortable cross-legged seated position, placing our hands on our knees. You can raise the palms to face the sky for receiving energy, or place them down on your knees for more of a grounding feeling. Check in with your body here, straighten your spine. Lift your heart, relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, relax your brow space. And bring awareness to your breath. Closing our eyes to help us do so. Notice the breath as it naturally flows in and out of your body. This breath that we so often take for granted, that we forget about throughout the hustle and bustle of our busy days, through stress, feelings of being overwhelmed, frustration. This breath is always here for us, our prana, our life force. You can always come back to it for stillness and calm. We want to anchor our mind into synchronizing our breath with our movement. So we're going to channel in our Ujjayi breath. This breath brings us both a calming sense and energizes us at the same time. It is a victorious breath, and it is an audible one. Let the sound of this breath be your soundtrack for your practice today. Starting with a deep inhale through our nose, and exhale through your mouth with a sound. Bring your hand, your palm facing your mouth, feeling that breath. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, fog up your hand as if it were a mirror. Deep inhale in. Exhale. Maybe you write a little note to yourself setting your intention on that fogged mirror. One more deep breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Ditch your mirror. We're going to continue that breath, but with our mouth closed. Deep inhale through the nose. Let that breath swirl to the back of your throat. Hold on to it. Maybe you can take another sip. And exhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. One more deep breath here. Allow your breath to return to its natural cadence, its natural flow. Go ahead and open your eyes and come to a standing position at the top of your mat. Starting in Namaste with our hands by our side. We're going to begin our practice today with a couple of sun salutations. So deep breath, rise your arms above your head, palms come together, drishti or gaze towards your thumbs. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold, hands come to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Maybe your fingertips stay at your mat or they come to your shins. Exhale, forward fold, nose to knees. Send your feet to the back of the mat. Lean slightly forward, keeping your elbows in towards your body, lower down. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, flip the feet, thread your heart through your arms, gaze goes up, upward facing dog. Inhale, send the hips back and up towards the sky into downward facing dog. Staying here for a few breaths, checking in with our alignment, spreading our fingers, Straightening our arms. Drift your gaze towards our navel. Engaging our core. And pressing our heels toward the back of the mat. One more breath here. Inhale, look forward. And bring your feet to meet your hands at the top of the mat. Straighten your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root down, rise up, circle the sun. Palms meet above the head. Exhale, return to Samastitihi. Good. Let's do that again. Inhale, rise your arms above your head, palms meet. Gaze or drishti toward the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Inhale, forward fold, nose to knees. Send the feet to the back of the mat into plank. Keeping those elbows in. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, flip the feet, thread the heart, look up to upward facing dog. Exhale, send the hips back and up into downward facing dog. Breathing here for 1. Checking in with those alignment cues. Breathing for 2, keeping your neck relaxed while maintaining your gaze. Breathing for 3. Breathing for 4, heels to mat. And 5. Look forward. Bring your feet to meet your hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root down, rise up, circle the sun, bringing the palms together. Exhale, return the hands to the sides for Samastitihi. Now going into Prasarita Padottanasana, we're going to turn toward the right side of our mat into a wide leg stance. Inhale, bring your hands to your waist. Wear your chest proud. Exhale, forward fold, bringing the crown of the head towards the mat. Send the hands to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Find a deep stretch here. Breathing for 1, straight legs. Breathing for 2, relax the neck, relax the shoulders. Breathing for 3, see if you can walk your hands back a little bit toward the other side of your mat. Breathing for 4, and 5. Place your hands on your waist. Inhale, leading with the head. Stand up slowly. I want you to pigeon toe your toes out to the corners of your mat. Bend the knees and bring your hands to heart center for goddess pose. Maybe you find a little sway here. Maybe you cactus your arms back, pressing your chest out, feeling the strength of this pose. Good. Inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the arms out into star pose, stretch your arms out, get a good deep stretch here. And exhale, lower your arms back behind you, interlace your fingers for Prasarita Padottanasana C. Exhale, forward fold, bringing the crown of your head toward the mat. Breathing for 1, lifting those fingers off of your back toward the sky. Breathing for 2. See if you can get a deeper bend, a deeper fold, feeling it in the hamstrings. Breathing for 3. Breathing for 4, relaxing the neck. And 5. Leading with the head slowly, inhale up to a standing position and release the fingers. We're going to go into a warrior dance. Starting with Virabhadrasana 1, point those toes on the right side toward the back of your mat. Bend your right knee and pivot your left foot to be perpendicular. Your torso is facing toward the back of your mat. Your arms come up over your head. Inhale, palms come together for warrior one. Breathing for one, keeping that right leg bent. Breathing for two, engaging our core. Breathing for three, just your gaze toward the thumbs. Breathing for four. And 5. Lower those arms down into Virabhadrasana, warrior 2. So your arms are parallel with the mat. Our gaze is just past our right fingertips, and our right knee stays in that bent position. Breathing for 1, 2. Don't let that left arm lower. Breathing for 3, 4, and 5. Flip that right hand so that the palm comes up. Going to go into reverse warrior, so send that left hand back to your left thigh, lift the right hand up over your head, and find a slight back bend here. Breathing for 1, keeping that right knee bent. Breathing for 2, keeping our core engaged. Breathing for 3, just your gaze towards our right fingertips. Breathing for 4. And 5. We're going to cartwheel our hands to the earth to frame our right foot. Using our foot and our hands as balance, we're going to hop up onto our right foot, raising our left leg into warrior 3. You can stay here for balance if you choose, or for full expression, go ahead and raise your arms to ears. Here for a few breaths. Check in with your body. Keeping that right leg straight. Keeping our left foot flexed. Finding a focal point. One last breath. Lower the right foot. Lower your hands. And let's take a vinyasa. Send that right foot back to meet the left. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Send that foot back, that right foot back between your hands. Slowly rise up. Pivot your right foot and point your left toes toward the front of your mat. Your torso and gaze follow. Continuing our warrior dance on the left side now. Inhale, rise your arms above your head. Left knee is bent. Palms meet. Gaze to our thumbs. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Don't let that left knee flare out. Breathing for 4. And 5. Lowering those arms parallel to the mat for Virabhadrasana 2. That right hand is back. Left arm is forward. Just your gaze past the left fingertips. Our left knee is still bent. Checking in with our alignment of our hips. Keeping our core engaged. One more breath. All right, going into reverse warrior. Flip the palm up toward the sky. Send the right hand back to the back of the right thigh, and our left arm comes up. Fingers toward the sky. Find a slight back bend here. Just your gaze towards our fingertips. Keeping that left knee bent. We're feeling the burn. Our thigh, our muscles are working here. One more breath. And on that next exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the earth to frame your left foot. Keeping our left foot planted, our hands on either side, using that as balance to lift up our right leg into Virabhadrasana 3. Warrior 3. You can keep your hands on the mat, or you can go full expression, bringing your arms alongside your ears. Breathing for 1, keeping the right foot flexed. Breathing for 2, engaging the core. Breathing for 3, engaging our glutes. 4 and 5. Go ahead and lower down your leg and your hand. Now you can send that left foot back to meet your right. Let's do a vinyasa. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, send the hips back, downward facing dog. Now we're going to come through into a seated position. Send that right leg straight, starting with Janushavasana. Our right leg is straight, our left knee is bent, and the bottom of our foot meets the inner thigh. For a deeper feeling in this pose, we can lift up and pushing our body forward, leaving our left foot grounded. Deepens our pose here. Inhale, bring the hands above your head, palms come together. Exhale, hinging at the hips, forward fold, bringing your belly to your thigh. Maybe your fingers only go to your shin. Maybe they go to your ankle. Maybe you have peace fingers around your big toe. Or maybe your fingers interlock on the bottom of your foot. Feeling a deep stretch here. If you're feeling discomfort or pain, come out of it slightly. This is supposed to be a good stretch. One more breath here. See if you can lower down a little bit more. All right, on the next inhale, rise up. Hands come above your head. Exhale, your hands meet where your sits bones are. Now, while we're in this position, we're going to go right into Marichyasana C. So your left foot goes flat against your mat. Your left knee points up toward the sky. Your left hand comes back behind you, and your torso and gaze follow. Right arm comes up and over the outside of the left thigh. You can keep your arms straight. You can bend at the elbow, or you can take a bind here. Breathing for 1, keeping that shoulder away from our chin. Breathing for 2. See if you can look a little bit more to the left, deepening the twist. Breathing for 3. Keeping that foot flexed. Breathing for 4. And 5. Gently untwist. Crossing our legs, going into a vinyasa. Hands come to mat, high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming back to our seated position. This time, straightening our left leg. Right knee is bent. Bottom of our right foot against our left inner thigh. Getting a deeper position here by pushing our body forward. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hinging at the hips, belly to thigh, and hands placed where you would like them. Shin, ankle, toe, or wrapped around your foot. Breathing for 1. Drishti your gaze to your toes. Breathing for 2. See if you can get the chin slightly closer to your shin. Breathing for 3. Breathing for 4. And 5. Inhale, rise the arms, hands above your head. Exhale, lower the hands to either side. Moving on to Marichyasana C on the right side. Taking your foot flat against the mat. Knee comes up toward the sky. Your right hand comes back behind you. Torso and gaze follow. Your left arm is straight up and over the left side, your right thigh. Deepening your twist. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. See if you can deepen your stretch. Eyes go a little bit farther over that right shoulder. Breathing for 3. 4. And 5. Go ahead and gently release. Cross our legs. Let's take our vinyasa. Plant the hands, send the feet back, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, and come back to a seated position. Now we're going to take ourselves down to the mat into bridge pose. So lowering down slowly, keeping your knees bent. Bring the heels closer to your sits bones. Maybe you can feel your heels with your fingertips. I'm going to take an inhale here, engage the glutes, and push your hips up toward the sky. Interlace your fingers underneath your body, working your shoulder blades closer together. Breathing for 1. Keeping our core strong here. Breathing for 2. Chin is off of our chest. Breathing for 3. Don't let your hips sink. See if you can push them up a little higher. Breathing for 4. And 5. Slowly lower down. Release the enlaced fingers and bring your knees in towards your chest, giving yourself a little hug, maybe a little side to side rock here. Now send your feet long, laying on the ground. I'm going to move into Salamba Sarvangasana, shoulder pose. So engaging our glutes, or engaging our core, we're going to lift our legs up. Our hips are going to follow. And we're going to support ourselves with our hands on our hips. Keeping our legs pointed toward the sky, feet pointed toward the sky. Protecting the neck, keeping our chin off of our chest. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. And 4. Slowly lower yourself, not all the way down, but bring your feet up above your head, toes to meet the back of the ground behind your head, into Halasana, plow pose. Your arms can go out straight here, or they can hold onto your waist. Keeping our legs straight, our hips aligned over our shoulders. Keeping our chin off of our chest. One more breath here. And slowly lower down. Lower your bottom to the mat. Keep your knees in towards your chest. You can hug your knees in or take a happy baby. You're grabbing the outside of your feet, rocking side to side. Getting in some final movement here, whatever your body craves before we go into our Savasana. Come to stillness. Lower your legs. Stretch them out long. Bring your arms out to your sides. Take up all the space on your mat. Scan your body for any residual tightness that we're holding on to. Relaxing our brow area, relaxing our jaw, relaxing our neck and shoulders, our arms and our fingers. Relax the belly and our hips, all the way down through our legs and our toes. Bringing our awareness back to our breath. as it naturally flows in and out of our body, just as we did at the beginning of the class. Use this stillness to experience the nutrients we get from this pose, from our Savasana. Absorb the energy that's slowly flowing back into your body. Take a moment to thank yourself. You've worked so hard these past 12 weeks. You showed up. You did the hard work. And now you are here. Be present in this moment. Listen to the sounds around you. Breathe in the fresh air. Feel the warmth and moisture on your skin. And truly appreciate and be proud of all that you have done to get to this moment. As this moment will soon pass, and we'll be on to the next task of the day, the next adventure, the next goal that we're working to meet. But here, right now, deserves a celebration. You deserve to be celebrated. Using the next few moments before we rise to let all of that sink in. How much you've grown over the past 12 weeks. How much greater you'll be as a practitioner of yoga. The kind of instructor you'll be if you choose to go down that path. And all of the wonderful things you did for your mind, body, and spirit throughout this experience. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Gently roll to your right side or your left side, coming into a fetal position. Pause in this position before we rebirth out of our practice, knowing that yoga doesn't just stay on the mat. It follows us throughout our day-to-day routines. It interweaves in our decisions, our choices, our words, our thoughts. Yoga is always here for you. Slowly come up onto a seated position, returning to Sukhasana, easy pose. Keeping your eyes closed, bringing your hands to heart center in prayer position. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. I am so grateful to have gone through this journey with you. The love enlighten me honors and respects the love enlighten you. Together we bow and say, Namaste.